So within the lab, there are three key areas we look at here. We look all the way from the internet-facing side and traffic coming in and out of the device, the local communications, and we actually break right into the device as well and see what we can find. So firstly, I'd like to introduce Ika Ibanez. Ika is our principal security tester here in the lab. Ika, tell us a little bit about yourself.
Hi, so I am an industrial engineer that was converted to the cybersecurity field a few years back already when I started a position in R&D in BSI CSIR. And a few years after that, I was moved to become a full IoT engineer.
So, Ika, do you want to tell us a little bit about what you're doing here at this station? What goes on?
This is just one of the sectors of this lab, and here we try to get all the remote communications that the IoT devices uses. That 90% of the time is just internet, but it could be others with different physical layers or physical ways of communication.
Okay, and then things like mobile phone connections.
That as well.
Okay.
we can actually capture all manner of remote communications via mobile, internet, wired, wireless, or proprietary, or less known as LoRa, or even a completely user-defined.
So, what are we actually looking at right now?
Okay, so in this particular example, we managed to capture the remote communications from a physical IoT device to a mobile app, as well as to a web app, but in the end it's through the internet. We capture all of them, we analyze for a period of time, and we manage to get the payload. I have the payload right in front of me, and I can just run in a script, inject that payload into the system. While doing that, actually I am doing that right now, I am modifying the behavior of the IoT system. If it's, for example, an alarm, I could plug it off and no alarm will be triggered, and the user won't have any notifications.
So just to recap, you've now broken into the communications path here. You can now do what you like with that device, and the actual user will never even know there's anything wrong. So clearly, you've shown this device has a serious vulnerability.
Yeah.
And we see this a lot, don't we, Ika?
Yes, I often refer to that as like the false security sensation, because when the user has an app or a web app that is looking how the remote things are behaving, you tend to believe that app no matter what. So if the app is green and telling you that everything, you assume that that's the reality, but that's when the problems can happen.
So not only have you done all of that, the user never even knew you were there.
That's right, yes.
Scary stuff. Thanks, Ika.